Hello, this is MGS once again. Got a Pokemon Showdown battle for you again. This one is against PubSka. We lead off with Thundurs-Therian form. He leads off with Zekrom, going for Hone Claws. I switch into my Flygon, get the Outrage. Unfortunately, it does not one-hit KO Zekrom. And Zekrom is obviously going to knock out Flygon after a Hone Claws with a Dragon Claw. So, but not to worry, I have another Dragon type, Kyurem. I go for the Earth Power, and there, down goes Zekrom. So here comes Wormadam-Sandy Cloak version, and I definitely do not like how I battle against this Wormadam-Sandy Cloak. I was battling very foolishly. I had no idea what I was doing. Thundurs-Therian, I had him set up a nasty plot, but Wormadam has a super effective Rock Blast, so ended up wasting my Thundurus T there. And my Grass Knot did very little damage. I don't know why I even went for Grass Knot. So Kyurem, I sent him out next, went for the Draco Meteor, got heavy damage on the Wormadam, but not quite a one-hit KO like I was hoping for. And unfortunately, Kyurem is also weak against Rock Blast because it's part ice. Now Wormadam's using Protect to get leftovers recovery so it could survive a second Draco Meteor. So I need to switch out, go out into my Unpheasant, which is something I should have done a while ago because Wormadam's a bug. But now I go for Unpheasant, go for the Pluck, crit super effective, and down goes Wormadam, Sandy Cloak form. So his third Pokemon is Lantern. So I decide why not, I'll go for the U-turn. So I can deal damage and switch out. But I get discharged and the Parahax. That's not cool. So now he switches to his Turtwig, as I think I predicted a switch, so I roosted up and get some health back. So I switch into my Heatran. He sets up some rocks. I do the same thing. So here we both know we want rocks up. He goes for Toxic. I don't know why. Maybe I would misclick. I go for Will-O-Wisp, and he goes for Leech Seed. So we're both exchanging our status moves here. But I don't want a seeded Heatran out there, so I switch out to my Weezing. And he goes out into his Lantern again, taking some rocks damage. Gets the Scald off, that does a lot of damage to Weezing. But I wanted to get the poison on this Lantern with Toxic, so that's what I do. And I recall my Weezing back into my Kyurem, because I know it resists Scald. So that was a pretty nice switch there. Now he switches out his Lantern, goes back into his Turtwig. And I predicted he'd switch, so I went for Draco Meteor instead of the Earth Power, because he was expecting Earth Power. Down goes the Turtwig, here comes his Espeon. So here I switch out, go out into Heatran, because Steel resists Psychic, but he sets up a Calm Mind, and I'm worried here that he's gonna try to sweep my team. Goes for Hidden Power, ends up being Fighting because it's super effective. That almost took out my Heatran. Go for the Roar, but he has Magic Bounce, so it reflects the Roar back on my side and forces me to switch into another Pokemon, which is Kyurem. And it takes a Hidden Power Fighting, and I try to get as much damage as I could with Draco Meteor, but I miss. So Kyurem is just a death fodder poke right now. So down it goes to the Hidden Power Fighting. I go out into Unpheasant. I know it has a super effective U-turn to use, so I go for that. As expected, it did a lot of damage to Espeon. I go out into Weezing. That's probably another death fodder for me, so Weezing goes down. So I have two Pokemon left. So I go back into Unpheasant, try to get another U-turn to get rid of that Espeon, but he goes into Lantern to save his Espeon for later. So Lantern takes some damage from the U-turn. I go out into Heatran, who's barely able to survive after the rocks. and it takes a scald and down it goes. And thanks to the poison lantern also goes down. So I'm down to just my unpheasant, who is able to survive one last round of stealth rocks. And here comes his last Pokemon, Absol. He predicted a U-turn, so he goes for Sucker Punch, but I knew that was coming, so I go for the Wish and get off a Detect. Pretty nice recovery combo for me there. So I was able to recover a lot of health there, which is definitely needed. So now I U-turn, I got a crit, allowing me to one-hit KO the Absol. And that crit pretty much sealed the game for me because I'm able to finish off his Espeon with Unpheasant and his very reliable U-turn. So thank you, Unpheasant, for getting me this epic come from behind victory. And that was a good game, PubSka. Thank you all for watching my Pokemon Showdown battle. And this was a random battle with a random team once again. Thank you for watching. Comment, like, sub, and see you guys next time.